Don't kill your dreams because you're not where you want to be. Try focusing more on the steps that are working until you're able to move on to the next step. That'll keep the excitement going, the anticipation of what's to come, of what's next. You have to keep the anticipation going or you'll lose interest. And if it's your dream, you don't want to lose interest. You want everybody to see it. You want everybody to have a piece of your dream. I know when I wrote my book, The First Conversation by Alan Holloman, it's on Amazon. But when I first wrote my book, it started with an idea. An idea grew to a storyline. Then it stopped. I was stuck. I've always wanted to write a book. I've always wanted to get this book out there. It was a dream of mine. And I stopped writing for a while because I was stuck. I would sit in front of the computer, sit in front of my notepad, and just rock back and forth, thinking about what I need to write next. But then I told myself, okay, let's go back to what I got instead of trying to jump ahead. Let's stick to what I got. And once I decided to stick to what I had written on the paper, I was able to move forward from that. I was able to use that idea to push me forward to the next chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. And it just began to roll. So don't kill your dreams just because you're not where you want to be. Maybe you need to go back to that first step to get some ideas, to get something else going, to get that excitement going again. You know, I had a couple people ask, you know, how was it writing a book? And I'm excited. I get excited that I'm able to tell people how I felt writing my book. They're asking me because I did it. You know, I was able to accomplish one of my dreams. And even though it didn't start off where I wanted it to start off, I had to go back. I had to go back to that one idea that I wrote down on a piece of paper in order to move forward. Because jumping ahead, it wasn't working. I couldn't do anything with that. And that's with God too. Sometimes He has you in a place, the exact place where He wants you to be. But we want to be here. We want to be 10 steps ahead. But He's like, no, you're not ready for that. You're not ready for that. You know why? You want to have millions of followers. You want to reach thousands and millions of people. But you just cussed out your coworker because you felt like she did you wrong. Or you just ignored your sister or brother while they were calling you because you felt like they were about to ask for money and you tired of letting them borrow stuff. See, we have to understand we may not be ready. for those next steps. That's why we have to go back to that idea. And sometimes not, yes. God is not going to move us until we figure that out. Until we figure out why we're here. Why are we in this same position where we were last year? Why am I still here? What am I not doing? That's when prayer comes in. That's when listening comes in. That's when self-doubt goes out the window. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to know when to take that next step. You can't just jump 10 steps ahead just because you're ready and you see other people doing it. It's not going to work like that. Everybody has their chance. Everybody is given a turn. So when you get yours, be humble. Be joyful. Share. Don't coddle it. Don't hold it tight. Each one teach one. What happened to that? We got this. Because he got us. He got us. Stay encouraged.